Welcome to Expertsoft, the best SAP SuccessFactors cloud online and corporate training provider. Detailed overview on the SAP SuccessFactors Employee Central.
So what is SuccessFactors? SuccessFactors is a cloud-based HR solution. Okay, so we have different HR solutions, ERP solutions in the market, and one of the products is called SuccessFactor, and this product was from SAP. Okay, so SAP is a company from a German-based company, and SuccessFactor is a US-based company. SuccessFactor has already started their market in 2000, early 2000, and late 2011, the SuccessFactor was acquired by SAP company. Okay, so from then on, it was called as SAP SuccessFactor because SAP is already having a product called SAP HCM, Human Capital Management, which is an on-premise solution or a legacy system. We call it as this system is on-premise and legacy system because it doesn't work on cloud. So first, before we move on to cloud, what is cloud? Okay, so cloud computing is that what is the cloud computing? Like the data what you store in your system, what you manipulate in your system, it gets stored in a remote server. Okay, now where the server is kept is called as data centers. Okay, so we can access the data anywhere from the globe using a username and password, the login credentials, and we have an internet connection for it, and whatever data we fetch from a server and we can work on it, that is called cloud computing. Okay, and SuccessFactor works on SaaS module. Okay, SaaS stands for software as a service. So this software will be hosted in the remote server, and we can access the software with a username and password, and we can work on the software. Okay, so we in legacy system, the software was installed in a company server, and we have to use with whichever username and password, and all the data will be stored in our company server, not in the remote server. So this SuccessFactor is going to be working in a SaaS model, and that too in the cloud-based HR solution. Okay, so we have different topics to be covered. We have two types of training. Before we start the Employee Central module, we have a snippet of the product with basic introduction to mastery training. So we are going to learn the products, what are the tiles, what is card, what is portlet, and what is an instance, provisioning architecture, instance basic settings like passwords, home page, welcome menu, arc chart, employee files, and navigation menu, BizExpert methodology. We call it as SAP Activate. Okay, and commonly used terms, setting up of new logos in the company, managing badges, text replacement, and manage action search, team manager, password policies, email notifications, manage data user records, what are XML and data models, quick list, role-based permission, and reporting. The reporting, we have different types of reports to be published in the system, like list view reports, spotlight view reports, spreadsheet reports, classic reporting, ad hoc reporting. So this introduction to mastery is not going to be a module. It is going to be a look and feel of the product, how the system navigation, how we are going to work in this product, how the system behaves as per the configuration we do. So just going to have an intro about the product. We need to have an introduction to mastery training. So once we complete this introduction to mastery training, we will move on to the actual SuccessFactor Employee Central module training. And these are the topics we are going to cover during this training. The introduction and basic provisioning setup exercises, data models and DPTs, employee central structure, data model structure, data model association, what is a workbook, employee data and foundation data workbooks, manage business configuration, updating the employee details, ESS and MSS. ESS stands for employee self-service, MSS stands for manager self-service. Easy customizing and populating basic foundation data, customizing MDF objects. MDF stands for metadata framework. Okay, and understanding the security, managing security with rule-based permission, and 2 sessions about time off. Okay, or how the leave of absence works in SuccessFactor, time type, time profile, leave of absence, and holiday setup, position and position arc chart, position management settings, manage sequence, business rules, how do we create an MDF object in the system, MDF overview, and generic object creation, the concept called association and propagation, mark changes, manage configuration UI and configure people profile, steps employee central implementation sequence. So this product, employee central product, is already built by the product team of SAP. We are going to do configuration in this product as per the business requirement of the client. We are going to configure this product is an ERP tool where we are going to configure as per the requirement given from the client. Okay, and we have different modules in it. I'm going to explain you one by one, and this is a basic 14 step recommended 14 steps given from the product team of SuccessFactor to configure the employee central module in the system. So first step is that setting a new account in provisioning. The different options you need to select in provisioning to enable employee central. Creating the super admin. Different steps required to create the super admin. Defining the corporate data model. Setting up a corporate data model for your customers. Configuring the succession data model. Setting up succession data model for your customers. Configuring the country specific corporate and country specific succession data model. Importing the fit list. It describes how to import the different levels that a customer sees when they click the drop-down menu. Creating foundation objects. How do you define foundation objects? And configure propagation rules, auto population of data, creating event reason derivation rule. So when there is a data input or change in the data, the system will automatically take the event reason. The setting of a configuration is called event reason derivation rule. The same way we have a workflow derivation rule. Any change in the data, the reporting manager gets a notification for approval and the workflow will be triggered, and this configuration is called workflow derivation rule. Managing role-based permissions, the view and edit permission options given to the employee. Importing employee data with the CSV format for mass upload of data. HRIS sync. HRIS means human resource information system synchronization. How do we integrate other SuccessFactor modules with Employee Central? The setting up a leave of absence. Need to set up time off to use the leave of absence. This is the 14 steps, recommended 14 steps given from SuccessFactor product team to work on the configuration. So this is the topics. This is going to be like very new to us. When the class progress, you will be understanding in a better way. So let me have a success factor overview. So we have to understand what is success factor. So success factor, as I said, is a cloud-based business solution designed specifically to meet the needs in enterprise class organization. It's going to be a small and mid-sized business focusing on providing the solutions that people across your organization need to help improve business execution and get better results. The success factor is a global leader in business execution software. So why we call it as a SuccessFactors as a global leader? Because there are many cloud-based HR solutions in the market, but SuccessFactors holds the major market share in the market. The simple way to examine ourselves is that you are in Singapore, you know that you are in Tirupati, you know that when you go for a job market, when you look for a profile of SuccessFactor with other HR solutions, the percentage of SuccessFactor will be more when we compare to other HR solutions in the market. So the job opportunity is more, and moreover, a lot of companies already implemented SuccessFactor, and there is a huge demand for SuccessFactor in the global market. So that is the global leader. That's why we call it as a global leader. And SuccessFactor business execution, the business suite improves business alignment and people performance to drive breakthrough results for companies of all sizes. So SuccessFactor is a cloud-based talent management solution market leader. Business execution. Business is the name of the cloud HCM suite offered by SuccessFactor. Why we call it as a business execution means like we have HR functions. In the HR functions, we have recruitment, onboarding, training and development, performance and goal management, employees and payroll we run. So all this comes in one function called HR function. The same way we have different modules for different functions, different works in HR. When we go for a recruitment, we have a recruitment module. When we work on the performance, we have a performance module. When we work on the training and development, we have learning management system. When you work in compensation, we have compensation module. So all these come together, we call it as business execution. That is business suite. Under the business suite in one umbrella, we have all these modules. And we have category for these modules. So I'll show these categories. SuccessFactor solutions both as standalone solution as well as hybrid solution. Standalone means we are going to do one implementation of Employee Central or LMS or PMGM. It is going to be a standalone. When you want to have an hybrid solution, you can use the existing software Employee Central HCM, and you have run the HCM data in the SuccessFactor. We can do the integration for it. And when two modules or when you have a different ERP combined together running with the SAP SuccessFactor, that is called hybrid solution. Okay, so where SuccessFactor can be integrated with on-premise solution like HCM also.
Kumar, I have a question. So by hybrid, you mean it could be other HCMs also, or it could only be it can only get integrated with SAP.
No, it can be integrated with other ERP tool also.
It can get okay.
Yeah, it can be integrated with other ERP tool also. So we have a this activity will be done by the integration consultant. Okay, so it will be running in a different system. I'll show the system to you. I'll explain the system to you. So the integration part will be like this system and this system will connect with each other. This mapping will be done, and the data will be flowing from the on-premise solution to the SuccessFactor cloud solution. It can be with any third-party integration. Integration sense like any third-party ERP we can integrate.
Okay.
Then who are SuccessFactor? SuccessFactor was the market leading provider of cloud-based human capital management, and I said in December 2011 were acquired by SAP for an enterprise value of approximately $3 billion. Okay, and the combination of SAP and SuccessFactor establishes advanced end-to-end offering of cloud and on-premise solutions for managing all relevant HR business processes. Currently, SuccessFactor has more than 20 million subscribers and 3,600 customers in 168 countries. It supports 35 languages. Okay, and we have a language translation also. Okay, in Singapore, like you can see, like Chinese, Mandarin is there. Okay, if you want your participants who the employees working in your company wants to translate to Mandarin or Chinese, simplified Chinese, we can complete system can be changed to simplified Chinese. The language translation is possible. So this is the difference between the cloud and SuccessFactor, the on-premise and the cloud solution. The on-premise solution is SAP HCM product that is 40 plus years developing ERP, and 15,000 live global HCM customers are already there in the market, and 16.82 pounds revenue according to 2013. And we have plus 18 million ERP users are there with 37 languages, 86 countries version. And in SuccessFactor, as I told you, it is 11 plus years experience in the cloud, 3,600 plus customers are there right now, and 500 million US dollars revenue according to 2012. 20 million cloud users are there, 34 languages it is supported with 168 countries presence. And so the same delivering combination of unique capabilities with SuccessFactor and SAP. It's a 40 plus, I said to you, it is 10 plus, 11 plus. The same differentiation, what we see in the last slide, the same differentiation is still there. Okay. Now let me explain you about SaaS module. So I told you this SuccessFactor is working on a SaaS module. SaaS stands for software as a service. This software is hosted in the remote server, and we can access the software with the unique login credentials. Okay. So software as a service, also known as on demand, and is the next generation enterprise software offered as a service in the cloud. The software and customer data is hosted remotely and accessed on demand from any location using the unique login credential of organization. Advantage of using SaaS module is that we don't need any hardware or maintenance required. It is a subscription-based licensing model, multi-tenant platform, regular release, bug fixes, updates, and enhancements will be there. It is accessed from anywhere. Consistent performance and stability is there. Okay. Why we don't need any hardware or maintenance? Because this system is hosted in the remote server. We are going to access the system with the help of internet and with the use of unique login credentials. We don't need any hardware in our company premises. Okay. And it is a subscription-based licensing model. Every year we have to purchase this licensing model, or 2 years, 3 years we can purchase it. It's based on the number of users you're going to purchase. We can purchase this model. And multi-tenant platform. So many users can use this platform, and regular release, because if there is any enhancement in this software, we will be getting a regular release, And the bug fixes means if we stuck somewhere in the configuration, the SAP product team will support us in clearing the bug. And it is accessed from anywhere, and consistent performance and stability is there when we use the SaaS module. And success factor product overview. Okay, so we have 4 categories here. One is called core HR solution category, talent solutions, HR analytics, and social collaboration. HR solutions, we have employee central module, employee central payroll, and talent solutions, we have performance and goal management, compensation management, variable pay, learning solutions, succession management, recruiting, onboarding. In workforce analytics, we have workforce analytics, workforce planning, and social collaboration, we have SAP Jam. Jam is nothing but it is an add-on platform. It is not a module. It is basically the social collaboration within the organization. Now, how we use a professional networking with the help of LinkedIn, we can use SAP Jam within the organization. So this is the complete business suite overview. So you can see the employee central is the next core HR solution module. It is an employee central, and the talent management solutions, we have performance and goals, recruiting, compensation, learning, succession and development, workforce planning. And in Jam, we have social. This is social collaborations and content creation solution. Jam we can use. And analytics part, we have a comprehensive analytics module called workforce analytics. And this complete thing we call it as business suite. So success factor roadmap, summary of solutions portfolio for a line of business HR. So HR core, we call it as SAP HCM in on-premise, we call it as Employee Central. Performance and goals, the same HCM we call it as, here PMGM we call it as. This is the difference between the HCM and cloud solution. Different modules. Compensation, we have in HCM, we have success factor compensation, succession development, HCM we have succession development module in cloud solution. Recruiting, we have e-recruiting here, we have success factor recruiting. And learning, we have learning solutions here, we have LMS, we call it as learning management system. Social talent management, we don't have in on-premise, we have SAP Jam here. And workforce planning, we have workforce planning here. And workforce analytics, we have HCM analytics, and we have workforce analytics in cloud solution. And mobile HCM, we call Sybase Unwired Mobile Platform. Here, Bizex Mobile will be there. So this is the difference between the on-premise and the cloud solution product-wise.
Sorry, Kumar. Can you just explain once again the difference between on-premise and cloud? On-premise, by that means that we take some server and we install that particular package on it, whereas the cloud means that software as a service.
On-premise solution will be running in your company server. Okay, so
Yeah,
you
it
have
will
to.
run on the company server, right? It will
Yes,
be
yes, yes, it will be
it will
running
be
in
on
your company.
company's cloud, or basically we take a server and we install that particular package on
Yes,
that
correct,
module.
correct. Yes, correct. Yes.
Good.
And
Got
cloud
it.
solution is that like you can work in the internet and you have a username and password, you can log in the system. See, you are
Yeah.
logging
Okay.
your Gmail or your Facebook or your LinkedIn, okay, and you the username and password, you log in and use this product. Like the same with SuccessFactor product, you can use.
Yeah, I understood. Okay.
Okay, so this product wise, I'll explain you. I'll show you in the system. Okay, so these are different modules. Okay, different modules. So right, in on-premise we have talent management. In cloud we call it as SuccessFactor Talent. ESS and MSS, PA and OM. ESS stands for Employee Self-Services, a Manager Self-Services, and PA Personal Administration and Organizational Management and Payroll. We have it on-premise, and here we call it as Employee Central, SuccessFactor Employee Central, and we call it as Payroll as Employee Central Payroll. So now I want to transfer all my data from on-premise solution to cloud solution. We have to have a integration, that is a middleware tool we need to have. We have option 1 as integration add-on, option 2 as SAP NetWeaver PI, and option 3 we have SAP ANA Cloud Integration. With these 3 options, we can transfer the data. We do the data migration from the on-premise to cloud, we can do it. So this activity will be done by the integration consultant, and we are working as a function consultant. Okay, so there is a technical person will be involving in this process of moving the data migration from one environment to another environment. That is with this 3 middleware tool we can use it. So you know this SAP HANA is a high performance analytic appliance cloud integration tool. It is like acting as a integration tool, and moreover it's a database also. Okay, so let me show this in the system.
So in the last slide we didn't show. So I mean, I'm just hypothetically. I mean, I think that will happen. That people will, organizations might ask that we want to shift this our on-premise to cloud
Ah,
for XYZ reasons. So
yes,
what I
yes.
understood from the slide is that the option one and option two, which you are saying integration add-on and SAP NetWeaver Pi, will happen towards the organization side. So it will
Ah,
happen on
this
their.
see, if I want to move the data from one environment to another environment, from on-premise to cloud, I have to purchase the integration tool. It depends upon
Hmm.
the business requirement of the company, and the company has to provide us the integration tool, and they have to purchase the integration tool, and as an integration consultant, we will work on it. This options will be decided by the company. So because this, whenever you want to have this integration tool, that incurs a cost.
Yeah,
So,
that is understood. I mean, what I want to understand, what is not clear to me is that integration add-on will be done where? I mean, it will be done on premises of the customer, and or it will be done on the cloud side, because right now what I understand from the slide is that integration add-on and SAP NetWeaver will be done to on the client
see,
on the client side, whereas
on
SAP and
let me
HANA will
let
be
me
done towards the cloud.
let me explain you. The on-premise is a HCM system. Okay, so I have all my data in my HCM system. I have to move my data to the cloud SF. Okay, this integration add-on, SAP NetWeaver, SAP HANA Cloud Integration, all this is a middleware tool. Okay, this middleware tool we have to get from, we have to purchase from the SAP, and we not from the SAP, we from a different see, even Delbumi is also an integration tool. Okay, so for any third party, whatever we want we can purchase, and we can use that middleware to transfer the data from on premise to cloud. Okay, you are asking,
Got
let SAP HANA integration will happen in the cloud. The same way, SAP NetWeaver will also run in a certain platform, and integration add-on will be running in a certain platform. This is a middleware
Okay.
tool. Middleware tool. Okay, to push the data from HCM to cloud.
Okay.
And this is not the part of a functional consultant, HCM employee central consultant. This will be done by integration consultant.
Okay.
So I'm going to log in the system. Okay. So now this is a SAP SuccessFactor product. So here in this product, we are going to work. The system name is called as instance. The name of this system is called as instance. This is an instance system. Okay. So here we can have the company logo here, and this is the navigation menu. Okay. And this is a welcome menu, and this is for search for actions or people. Okay, right? So what is the purpose of the search for actions or people? We can search the actions here. Okay, we have action. This is an action. Okay, this is an action. So with this action we do the configuration. Okay, so any change we are going to do in the system, we have to do the configuration with the help of actions. Okay, and where these actions are there placed here, you go to the admin center. So admin center is the place where we do the 80% of the configuration. Okay, and the same way, like instance, this is the front end of SuccessFactor. We have provisioning system, that is a provisioning architecture, that is a back end of SuccessFactor. The same way, how do we log in the instance system? So we have to log in the provisioning system, and we have to do the configuration there. That is the enabling the features to activate in the instance. 80% of the configuration will be done in the instance with the help of admin center, and 20% will be done in the provisioning. So I have explained to you about the actions, right? Where we place these actions here. No? Here we have the box. No? This is called as Spotlet, and this name of this Spotlet is called Tool Spotlet, and here you can see the actions here. So all these are actions. Module wise, we have different actions here. So with this help of these actions only, we are going to do the configuration. So what type of configuration we are going to do? If I'm going to do employee central configuration, I have to use the employee central actions. If I want to do for succession management, time management, if I'm going to do variable pay, I have different actions for it. Module wise, we have different actions here. So from here, we can go to the, we can navigate to the particular place. So for example, I can go for this action called manage data. I'll be landing in this page. So from here, I can do the configuration. Right. So then in settings option, I go to the settings here. As I told you, this is a language translation can be done. Go to the change language. So I want this complete system to be changed to simplified Chinese. Okay, I can do this switch. So you can see this, it is completely changed to a different language. So again, you want to switch back, again, go to settings. So you can switch back to English. So this configuration and the look and feel of the configuration and the look and feel of the product, all the navigation will be much easier when compared to uh, HCMO product. One second. Okay. So do you have any doubts? I'm done with the intro session.
No, I don't have any doubts on this, but I would like to understand that how will we go about, covering everything? How will the rest of the sessions will look like? Um,
Uh, See,
I would like.
I have done two implementation in Employee Central in real time. Okay, I'm going to explain you how we did the configuration in the real time. The same steps I'm going to explain you one by one. And concept wise, I will explain the concept first, and I will explain how it is working in the system. See, for example, a concept called association is there means I will explain you what is association. Association means the two foundation objects tied together with the relationship is known as association. And we have one-to-one association, one-to-many association, and we have a different type for it. The same way, I'll go to the system and I'll configure the association and I will show you the output, how the association is behaving in the system.
Okay.
Concept wise, every concept will be I will create a object, I will create a association, I will do the propagation, whatever concept wise I will show the output to you in the system.
Mm-hmm. And the whatever we will do will get replicated in the certification exam also, or will the certification exam which
this
we
this
can take
content
later?
this content what we prepare for this training is basically as per the certification document what you're going to write. So whatever you're going to cover in this training, you will be having all the topics covered in the certification.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Any doubts other than this?
Yeah, one thing, is there in company mandatory asking for certification?
See, it depends upon the company because some companies are mandatorily looking for a certification and
Okay,
they
okay,
will
based upon the
take the
requirement, right?
employee requirement. Some
Yeah,
companies, like if you have an experience or if you have a knowledge in the product, they will take you. And later, when you join the company, it is mandatory for you to take up a certification.
yes, 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 okay, okay, fine.
Okay. I think I'm good.
Right?
Great then. So thank you, Kumar. Thank you, Naveen. Thank you, Kumar, for your time. Naveen, maybe I'll connect with you later then.
Okay. Thank you, both of you. Any
Yeah,
doubts?
okay,
Yeah, fine. So
yeah,
thanks
okay,
for your time. Okay. Have a nice day.
okay.
We'll catch up
Thank
soon
you,
in the
Kumar.
discussion.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank
Yep.
you.
Yeah, okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so
Bye.
much. Yeah.
Thank you, Naveen. Start the Employee Central training today. So SAP SuccessFactors Employee Central module, we are going to start the training. Before we go to the Employee Central training, so we have a 2 weeks of introduction to mastery training. Okay, so we are going to see what are the basic functionalities of this product. Okay, so the look and feel of this product, and how do we go for a navigation, what are the actions and the basic terminologies we're going to look for, we're going to learn for 2 weeks. To start with, okay, so you have the system what I have logged in today is called as instance system. This is instance, the system name is instance. Okay, here you can see this is the company logo. Here we have the navigation menu. Here you can
Can
search
you
for yes please.
okay. Okay, now the screen is better. I think so. It was not in full window mode.
Okay, okay,
Okay,
so
now it is okay.
yeah, so this is a navigation menu. Okay, and this is search for actions or people. Okay, so from this search for actions we can search for people and we can search for the actions like this. Okay, we can search for people and we can search for actions. So actions are like what configurations we are going to do in the system, that is called actions. With this actions only we are going to do the configuration. So one action named manage home page. So this is an action, manage home page. So with this action we can do the configuration. Okay, right. Next we have the to-do list. To-do list or the list of pending items need to be performed by this employee. Okay, see, every employee will be having a unique login credentials. So you will be having a unique login credentials to log in the system. So here you can see I have a username and this is the password. I will log in the system. As a user, you will also get a username and password to log in your system. So whenever I log in, see, now I have logged in as an admin. Okay, so the pending tasks need to be performed by the admin will be displayed in the to-do list. Okay, this is called to-do list. The pending task need to be performed by this employee. So then we have the notifications. So notifications or the system generated notifications will be sent when there is any task is performed, when there is a completion in the task. So you'll be getting a notification for it, system generated notification. And if you want to read this notifications, we can read the notification from this section. Then we have the welcome menu. This is the welcome menu. Okay, so I'm going to talk about welcome menu today. Okay, so here let me say this NJ Kumar. Okay, so NJ Kumar, right? Let me explain you. This is the employee file. Okay, this is the employee file. So NJ Kumar, right? Here NJ Kumar is the right. So NJ is the first name and Kumar is the last name. So you can see here NJ is the first name, Kumar is the last name. And no reply at sap.com is the username. Okay. Then we have proxy now. Okay. Proxy now is an option which is given here. If I not having your username and password, but I want to log in as another person, like I am Kishore, I want to log in as another person, Manikandan, I can use an option called proxy now. And proxy now, this feature is enabled in the system in the settings that I will show you. But proxy now feature, what is the purpose of this proxy now feature is that if I am a manager, I am going on a vacation, I will giving proxy rights to another person who can log in as Kishore and he can do the activities what he wants. Okay, so let me proxy as another employee here. I've logged in as NJ Kumar. Now I will proxy as another employee. Sandra Gray. Okay. Okay. Now you can see I have proxied as Sandra now. Okay. Now if I want to again switch back to the admin user, I can become self.
Kumar, you're telling this from the point of view of end user, right? I mean, this interface is from the point of view of end user, na? Or
Ah,
this is the admin interface which we are seeing, not the admin interface. This is the normal end user. So if I'm an employee of any organization and that organization is using SAP, so these are the various features which they can see and use. Is
yes,
my understanding correct?
this is for all the default user who is working in the system. This feature is enabled, and not only for the default user, a person who plays a role of an administrator or person who plays a role of a configuration consultant. All these people will be getting this feature.
Okay. So in the beginning, you said something like that this is an instance. So, so for what I understand by instance is that SAP will have provided a cloud instance to the organization, for example. That is the instance we are talking about, right? Over here.
See, in the first intro session, I've explained you SAP SuccessFactor is a cloud-based HR solution, and the system what I'm working here, the name of the system is called instance. Okay, this is a demo instance system for training. In real time, we'll be having a test or development instance to work on, and we have a production instance where the client will be using the production instance. But the look and feel of the instance will be same as we are using the this demo instance. In real time
Okay.
also, when you see this instance, it will be same as a test instance will be same like this one.
Yeah. Okay. I got it.
So now I can proxy as not only as Sandra, any user. Okay, I want to proxy as any user, I can proxy from here. The target username and click, I can click. If I place the first name, list of Alex will display here. I can choose which Alex I want to proxy as. See, now I have logged in as Alex Hall. Okay. So now I have logged in as Alex Hall. So all the feature, all the activity what Alex Hall is doing, it will be displayed here. Everything, whatever I want to see on Alex. If I go to the employee file, it will be Alex employee file. Without the username and password, I proxied as Alex now. Okay. So you can see all this data is related to Alex. So if I again want to switch back, I can become self. So next is the settings option. Okay, here see the user has a password, right, to log in the system. Here you can see the password. So this password is masked here. The user has a password. If the user wants to change his password, he can go to the welcome menu, settings, and from here he can change the password. He can give a this is the current password. He can give a new password and repeat new password. Set password. The password gets changed. And these are the few guidelines to reset the password. Passwords must be from 5 to 15 characters long. Passwords are case sensitive. They are required to be mixed case. Passwords must contain at least one of each of the following character types, a numeric or symbol. And passwords cannot contain username, first name, or last name. Passwords may contain any combination of letters and digits. Here, what is the first name? NJ is the first name, Kumar is the last name, and no reply at sap.com is the username. You should not use this as a password. So from here, we can reset our password.
I'm sorry, Kumar, but then I just want to understand. Usually, the organizations will have SSO, right? I mean, they won't. I mean, the screen usually will not come for an end user. It will be single sign-on, right?
What do you
Enabled
know
for
about
SAP.
what do you know about SSO?
Single sign-on that it will get the authentication and everything is being
Okay,
done
yeah,
directly.
single sign-on, that is fine. What is the purpose of single sign-on?
So that the user does not have to log in again and again, and then it can, um, I mean, it will lead to more better experience for the user.
No, see, the user cannot log in and again means, because whenever a user wants to log in, he has to give the username and password, then only he can log in, right? See, this application, if you want to log in again, see, if I'm going to log out, I have to give my username and password, but in this settings, I have just saved the password, so I'm not going to do the password. I'll just log in. But whenever I want to log in, I have to give the username and password, right?
Mm,
Without giving username and password, the system, any applications, you cannot log in, right?
yeah, but you know when I mean when I was working, we also had success factors. We never used to get this. I mean, the system never used to ask us for logging in again and again. It was directly, enabled for us. We used to just click on the application and it used to load.
Okay, you're using in your mobile application, or you're using in the your web application?
No, we were using the web application during when I was working, like till last year. So success factor directly we used to go to that. There was a particular internal portal. We used to go there. We used to just click on certain links and directly used to
Okay,
open up.
you go to your internal portal, then there will be an icon for success factor. From there, you log in, right?
Yes, absolutely. We never used to get this kind of a screen where we
Correct,
used to,
correct, and correct. One
or
second, one second. Then to go to your internal portal, you have a username and password, right?
yes, yes, yes.
That
We used
that
to
you
log in. We
uh,
used to log in the Windows password,
okay, right.
username and
See,
password.
see, I will explain you. Like, see, if I'm going to use my Microsoft Teams, if I'm going to use my Outlook, if I'm going to use my internal SuccessFactor portal, everything I can log in with the same username and password. That is called single sign-on.
Hmm.
But in real time, okay, so you are logging with your portal, and there from there, its hyperlink is given. From there, you log in the SuccessFactor. Correct?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so it was the configuration done such a way that from there you can log in. Okay, so but whenever you want to log in the SuccessFactor system, you have to give a username and password. You have to log in the system. In real time also, if you're going to work in the consultant role, you have to log in the system with a username and password.
Okay.
So in the settings option, next what we have is the start page, right? So when I log out and log in, you can see the start page. Okay, I have mentioned as home page here. I log out. So I log in. So I have landed in the home page. Okay, I'm a recruiting consultant. Okay, so I want to land in the recruiting. So I have to land in the recruiting tab. So this is going to be my start page. Okay, so how do I set my start page? I have to log out. I have to go to the settings, start page, change the start page as recruiting, save, then log out. So now log in. So you can see this is the start page. Okay, it's just a settings option here. It is not a big feature. So to start with, we need to understand what are the features available there in the system. Then go to settings. You have a sub-tab configuration here. So you have a sub-tab configuration here. If you want to, uh, I say I'm just going to the performance management. So if I go to the performance management, So I have a 3 subtabs are there. So I am working on 360 reviews. Okay. So if I go to performance management, it directly directs to this 360 reviews. Then what I have to do, go to settings, subtab configuration. So go to the performance, change it to 360 reviews. And save. So it gets saved now. Refresh the screen. So here, performance management. So now I have landed in 360 reviews. So from here also we can switch over to this tab to this tab. This is a subtab configuration. So next, go to settings. Here we have notifications. So we have, if the system wants to send some notifications, if you want to read the notifications in your email, official email, send emails to me, or read message in the system. If you click on this radio button, then the messages will be read here. Okay, you will get the notifications in this system. Then change language. Okay, so this is the complete system is language translation. So if I want to change my system to French, click on this radio button, switch. So you can see the complete system is changed to French language. Okay. So this is the language translations we can do in the system. The user doesn't know English, he knows only French, means he can completely change the system to French language. Again, if you want to switch back, you have to go to the same welcome menu, settings, change language, and English. Switch back to English. So I will tell you later how to enable the language packs here. Okay. So next in settings, so we have compensation number format. Okay. So this compensation numbering format is basically used for compensation and variable pay modules. Okay. So now let me show you how the compensation worksheet looks like. I'll proxy as another employee. So go to the navigation menu, go to compensation. Okay, I will open a worksheet now. The numbering format here, no, if you want to change the numbering format, we can change. You can see the salary, no, this is the salary information is here, no. If you want to change the salary information numbering format, we can change that. So you can see 66,796.80. You can change the numbering format, we can change that in the settings. And mostly in compensation module itself, we have this numbering format. So we used to do it in this compensation itself. And compensation,
how can we can change
it? In compensation, I will show you.
Okay.
So this is a compensation home. So this is the plan, okay. And here we have the set number format rules. So from this place we do the configuration.
Sorry, can you show this again? Once again, please.
So once again, go to compensation, okay. You have a list of plans here. We can open a plan here, compensation plan, and go to plan setup. We have settings here and set number format rules. So from here I can set the number format rules. So from this place I can set the
But
number.
you also clicked on the settings, and from there also you went, right? There
I
also was the number setting only.
I
Was it
said
different
like
from?
we used to do it here only. Basically, when we work on compensation, we used to be here only. There is an option is given in the settings, but mostly when a compensation consultant works, he has to go there and do it, not from here. Mostly we will do it there only. It
Oh, so
option
you're
is
saying with the composition module, we will do the settings. Okay.
yes, yes, option is given here, but mostly we will do it in the compensation module itself.
Got it. Okay.
And next is the forms.
Just one thing now. How we can know for that particular employee with this compensation number like that?
No, that is not for only for one employee. That is for a template, one form,
Template. Okay, fine.
one
For
form.
every employee, it will be the same, right? Same
Every
format only.
employee, every employee will be the same in the sense like if you work in the employee profile, if you have the settings there, it is applicable for all employees. This numbering format is one for or on the compensation planning.
Okay.
So you're talking about employee profile, their compensation data, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. So there, when you feed the data of the compensation related data also, it will looks like this only, as per the numbering format.
Okay. As per numbering format means which means they will
1 second, I'll
show,
show
right?
you.
And that is why we should not change the numbering format in that major settings, in the settings thing which you were showing
No,
earlier.
no, 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 no. See, that is for individual forms. Okay, don't get confused. Let me explain you. See here, you go to the employee file. Here you see here compensation, current pay. So you can see this annualized salary. No, this is the pay component. Okay, this is a pay component. See, this is very initial stage. You may not understand what is a pay component, everything. Later, you will be getting an understanding what is a pay component, everything. Now, let me have an overview on this. Okay, I will explain you in detail how it is. See, this is a pay component annualized salary. You can see 75,600.000, right? This is the
Yes.
annualized salary for this employee. So for this country, this annualized salary, this will be the Great Britain pound. Okay, it will be in this format for all UK employees. For employees like I'll proxy as another employee. I am proxying as another employee. So go to the employee file. Go to the current pay. No data is here. So here, when we place the data, it is from the employee central. I am talking about the settings option for compensation module. So here, go to this current thing. 1 second. So let me check this employee. You can see this. This is a different country specific. Okay, the currency is different. Okay, so for this there will be a different formatting will be there. For UK there will be different formatting will be there. This is based on the data what we feed in the system. Okay, this is different. This is this same way. When you want to work on a compensation plan for Hong Kong, you have to set this number format there.
Okay,
Okay,
this is a particular number like that. How we can know?
see, this kind of salary information you'll get from the client, how the
Okay,
salary should display here.
okay, that's the point
You
I'm
will get the
asking.
data from the client, and from there only we will fix up this numbering format.
Yeah, that's so doubt for me. That's why I'm asking you.
Okay.
Okay.
Kumar, I have had a question. So I just saw you doing, couple of proxies and allies right now to showcase
Okay.
the problem. So is
Okay.
it possible for everybody to do this, or is it only possible for admins or super admins to probably use this functionality?
No, this
Proxy now.
proxy now will not be given to all user, only to the administrators and to the
Yeah.
managers who want to perform proxy rights, not to
Okay.
all
So
end
it is
users.
not to all the people.
No, no, it is
Got
not
it.
all end users. So then we
Okay.
have forms here. Yeah. So here auto expanding of text areas and field validation. If you click on this checkbox, okay, selecting this checkbox if you want the system to automatically resize the form text areas to fit the content. When you first load the form and you are re-entering the text, unselecting the checkbox can speed up from opening and refreshing. The same way field validation also. If you select the checkbox, if you want the system to automatically verify the content of some form fields with invalid information will display the text in red. So unselecting the checkbox can speed up and opening and refreshing. So these two features I will explain you here when I proxy as once. I'll duplicate this tab. I'll proxy as Sandra. So the target user I mentioned as Sandra. I will proxy as Sandra now. I'll go to the performance form. So this two features I can show you in the performance form. Go to the performance management. Here we have a list of forms here. Open a form. So in this form, you have the command section. Okay. So you have this command section. If you want to fit the content within this command section, there is some 250 characters. The limitation for this form is if you want to auto fit the content what you type within this box, it will be auto fit here. So based on this auto expanding of text areas. Then if you want to see, I will type some okay, here you can see here the text is showing in a red color. Okay, if I mention the correct text, it will know this. This is like field validation. So these two options, if you want to activate, you have to activate here in the settings option. So next what we have, accessibility settings. Accessibility settings. So this option is to enhance screen reader support or color vision adjustment. See, some of the users doesn't have a defect in the color vision, so they can use this type of color vision. So they can switch over from this pattern to this pattern. And if you want a high contrast, okay, so white text on black background, we can change it. So you can see the system completely changes to white text to black background. Okay, if you don't want this to be, you have to uncheck this box and save. These are the accessibility settings like screen reader support, keyboard navigation, color vision, eye contrast. If you want to have this feature, we can have this feature, enable this feature. Then now this part is proxy. Okay, so here I have assigned proxy. Okay, so now let me show you a action called proxy management. So here, if I can assign a proxy, I can become a proxy. Like, so if I want to grant a proxy rights to an employee who will act as a proxy, okay, you can select a username. So who will act as a proxy? Sandra. Okay, I'm selecting a name, search, click on this radio button, select, and what account holder will be the proxy act on behalf of. Okay. Here you can choose the admin. NK. Okay. Choose the admin here. Let me search for Kumar. Uh, it's still not showing MJ Kumar. Okay. With the username, let me search. Okay. Now, which account holder will be proxy act on behalf of this person, and this person will be having the proxy rights to Sandra. And what are the proxy rights you want? If you want to all modules, you can click on all the checkbox. If it doesn't want to have only the payroll related things, we can choose only reporting. We want to choose only compensation, variable pay, presentations. All these we want, we can choose. And from which period to which period I can give proxy rights, I can select a date and time. Okay, so like this, if you save this only for the particular start and end date, you will be getting the proxy rights. So then the proxy rights will be removed for it. And only if you want this tab alone, if you want to give the sections alone, this proxy rights we can give. If you want to give for all modules, we can give. Okay, if you save this, this person will be getting the proxy rights on here. This person can act as a proxy for this employee. And here, if you want to become assign proxy here, we can assign a proxy here, as I told you here in the settings. So now you can search for the account holder. Let me search for the proxy rights. So you can search here. So only this employee has given proxy rights to act as an issue. Now the same way, I'll search for the proxy which is given to this employee. This employee can become proxy as how many employees you can see here. No person has given proxy rights.
Okay,
Right?
so you're saying in the first section, if we want to give a proxy to somebody, we can do that. Then in the
Hmm.
lookup for the existing assignments, you're saying that while in the first one we are checking that uh, who all have given this particular employee the proxy, we can check. And
Yes.
in the second
Who has
one, whether
assigned proxy? Who has been assigned proxy to this employee? Okay. So now let me choose for another employee. 1 second. You will have a clarity on this. Okay. So the proxy account holder is S Gray, and she has given proxy rights to this employee. This employee has got the proxy rights.
okay, so the given this is given by so Sandra
Find
has
the
given the proxy.
find the proxy for an account holder. This person proxy for S Gray will be Ananya. So Ananya
Yeah,
can
so
become a proxy to this S Gray.
proxy for this person. Okay. Okay, got it.
So now this is proxy settings here. Okay, even we can do the proxy settings from proxy management, or from the settings also we have this option proxy. Assign proxy. Okay, so from here also we can add a proxy rights. We can grant the proxy rights. This only I've shown there in the proxy management. So now next is the groups. Okay, here I want to create a group here. Okay, I want to create a group. To create new group, here I want to give my group name. Okay, so I'm going to give a group name called August UKHR. Okay, this is my group name. And how many members or should be in my group means I have to choose the UKHR. Okay, the employees working as a HR in UK, I want to place them in my group. That is my agenda. So first let me choose the country. So when you choose the country, you have to choose United Kingdom. So you type United, go to this magnifier. You have this United Kingdom. Click on the checkbox. The item gets selected here. Done. Update. So you see 62 employees are there. But still, I want to filter only HR from this group. Okay. Because there are different job codes are there. I want to filter only HR. So then add another pool. Pick a category, job code. You mention HR here. Go to this magnifier. Click on this checkbox. Item gets selected here. Done. Then update. So there are 1 second. No, it is searching all the employees. Let me delete this. Okay. Update. Here itself we will add another pool. Okay. Instead of having a different people pool, we'll add it from here. So from here itself it get filtered. Job code, HR. Go to this magnifier, HR professionals. Done. Now within United Kingdom, how many HR are there? Update. Only 13. So only 13 people are there as an HR working in UK. So here in my group, I have to remove this Gary McDermott. I want to remove this person, exclude these people, come to user, type Gary as a first name. You get this Gary, done, update. So I have removed Gary from my done. So this is the dynamic groups which is created in the system. Okay. So if you want to see all my 12 people in my group, these are my 12 people. All are UK HRs. This is how we create a group. Okay. So if you want to delete this group, you can delete this group. So like this, you can delete. So if you want to have copy this group, you can copy this group. So I have copied this group. Okay. So if you want to delete, you can delete. So this is how we create a group in the system. Okay. So there might be a lot of work will be given to us to create a groups in the system. So this is the initial step how to create a group in the system. So then we have mobile here. So if you want to use this your SuccessFactor product, you can download from Google Play. If you're using Android phone, use an app store if you're using iPhone, and you can make the settings options and you can use your SuccessFactor mobile application from your mobile. And privacy settings, we don't have any data here, okay, for the privacy settings here. So this is the settings option, okay. So I will stop here. Let me know if you have any doubts till now what we discussed.
So I want to understand the scenario where these settings will be used, or how will this get used in a real time case, kind of a
See,
thing
this
that
is the basic
we
settings
have
option.
this.
This is the basic settings option. See, this scenario means like if you want to change your password, you can come and change. If you want to change to a different language, you can come and change to different language. And like some accessibility settings, if you want, you can place it. It is basic settings option given to you. And proxy now is mostly used when we work on the real time. But proxy as an administrator, you should get a proxy rights to work on your system. See, when you work as a consultant, you will be handling different employees data. So you will have a workflow for it. If you want to approve this workflow, you have to go to another employee and check whether the system is working. Then we need to go for a proxy now option.
Hmm. No, so like these kind of settings, these settings you are saying is given to an end user also?
No, this settings option may not be given to an end user because it is
Yeah,
done by the administrative side.
by the administrator. So these kind of settings are given, are enabled for the
Yes,
administrator.
you see, I'm using a SuccessFactor system in my company. If I want to change my password, I'm not allowed to change my password. Only my administrator is allowed to change my password.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yes. So then that. Hmm.
See, and moreover, like every month, 30 days is my validation of this password. So it is a single sign-on. Okay. So what we'll do, I have an Outlook, right? In Outlook, I have an option to change my password. If I change the password in my Outlook, my SuccessFactor system login also gets changed. But in application I'm not able to have an option to change. I will change it in my Outlook.
Correct. Correct. I mean, that's how usually happens, that we change the password during the login, and then SuccessFactor will automatically pick it up
In your
as.
case it is automatically login, but in our case we have to give the password and login.
Okay.
That depends upon the company's settings option.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. So money, right? Money.
Munaswamy.
Sorry, Munuswami. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Swami, like if you have any doubts, let me know, Swami.
No, it's fine for us.
Okay.
As of now, all things very fine for us.
Okay. So Vasudha and Muni, Swami, like we are good to go for today. So
Yeah,
any
okay.
doubts other than this, let me know.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So we'll connect same time tomorrow.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Okay.
Thanks for watching demo.